All right, what's going on, everyone? SBN Lifestyle. I'm going to get right into it. Do you realize how short life really is? Do we really think about this? Like, really think about this. I'm not doing this to stress you out. I'm not doing this to stress us out. I'm doing this to make you see that even though to me time doesn't exist, it's just a man made concept. All we have is now, but we don't have so much now. I'm 34 years old, and I remember when I was 14, and it seems just like the other day, and that was 20 years ago. And why I'm doing this video, I'm also giving myself kind of a pep talk saying this, but I don't have much time to do what I want to do in life. I don't have much time to maybe, this is for others because I've already did this in my life, make amends to people that, you did something to a long time ago or something stupid happened, and maybe you need that forgiveness and you need to forgive somebody. I don't know your situation, but get it off your chest, because that plus a lot of other things in life, you're just going to keep letting go, and time is just going to, see, there I go saying time, but the right now is just going to keep going and keep going and keep going. And before you know it, you're going to be 30 some, 40 some years old. And I know there's some people you're older than that. And there's just not a lot of time. There's not a lot of these moments. See, I keep saying time because that's what I've been indoctrinated to say is time, but all we have is the present moment right now. That's it. That's all we have is right now. And I'm just finding more and more that the only thing that interests me in life is the arts, is making music and writing and keeping my head busy and not thinking about all these things that are wearing us out. And there's really nothing to be gained with money or anything. There's nothing to be gained. And a lot of people, they get depressed with this message, or it makes them feel horrible. And it shouldn't do that. It shouldn't make you feel horrible. It should make you, I don't want to say should, because I don't want to push anything on people, but it makes me more thankful for the little bit of these moments that I do have. Even though sometimes I'm like, man, screw this shit. I don't want to go through this shit. I don't even want to do this. I don't even want to wake up and have to go food shopping. I don't want to have to drive my car to the store. I definitely don't want to go to a job every day to work and destroy my body to get another man or woman rich so I can just get by. That's definitely what I don't want to do, and I'm not gonna do. But I don't think a lot of us realize how short this time is on this earth. And I'm 34 years old telling you this. And I would have told you this years ago, but I wasn't thinking about this in my teens or my 20s so much. Because when you're younger, you think you're going to live forever. And you think that nothing bad's going to happen and nothing's going to come and you're not going to get wrinkled up. And you think your eyes ain't going to start getting baggy and you ain't going to get gray hairs and all that. Well, let me tell you, it's going to come sooner or later. And just because you're over 30, this is such bullshit when I hear this concept of once you're over 30 or over 40, it's done, it's over with. You know, like your sexual life and things you can do and all this. That's complete bullshit. You know, Jacques Fresco, this guy from the Venus Project, he's dead now, but he lived to be, I think, almost 100 years old. He was still doing what he was doing at almost 100 years old. You know, just because he was wrinkled up and he was old, he was still doing what he wanted and loved to do, you know? And I know I have been talking about a lot of the negative side of life and the side of life that people don't really want to talk about. But I also have my other side of life where I do have my joyous moments. And I do indulge in joyous activities and joyous things with my arts. It's the only joy that I get. And it's a joy when I give that to people. And I'm not boasting when I say that. It's just my joy. You know, what is your joy? Find your bliss and joy is what I would tell you. Find what it is. And I know some of you'll probably say you don't have anything that gives you joy or brings you joy. You know, maybe, and I don't say this, I don't tell you to do anything, but maybe you need to be on some type of meds or something. I don't know what's best for you, man. I don't know what's best for you, woman. But I'm telling you, do what you have to do for you. Because this world does not care. These jobs do not care. And everybody that you come across when you walk down the street or you go wherever you go, they do not care. They are just doing what they have to do to get by in their lives. And see, that's why I say this judgment thing, it's bullshit. It's complete bullshit. For us to judge other people because we are all the same. We all fail. We all make mistakes. We all will die if we don't have food to eat. We will all thirst. We will all die from dehydration if we don't drink. You know, this whole concept of us thinking that we are more of something than what we are is bullshit. We're flesh, blood, bone, and mostly water. We say flesh, blood, and bone, but we leave the water out. We're all water. Water's the most important element that there is. And I just hear so much nonsense on so many platforms, and it almost makes me want to barf. It really does. And I don't want my channel to be about that. I don't want to sit here and talk about all the bad stuff all the time. But it has to be talked about. It has to be expressed. It has to get out. 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 And when you hold it in, all it does is it destroys your mind, your head, your thinking, your thoughts. It ain't doing you no good. It's doing you no good to judge everyone and to, you know, waste your time with so much of this stuff that we waste our moments with. See, I keep saying I don't want to say time. I want to say this present moment because it's all that we have is right now. This is it. This is what we have. And I know a lot of you, you know, you have these mental things going on. I do too. I'm a human being. I'm only human. But I talk about it and I let it be known and I express it and I get it out. And I give that to you. And whatever I give to you and it comes into your mind, get it out somehow. You know, don't hold it in. Don't let it destroy you and make you start thinking of all this crazy shit and indulging in this drama and what everything else is going on and what everybody else is doing and all this stuff. It's just, life is too short to do this. It's way, way, way too short. You know, if I live to be the average age male, I got about another lifetime and a couple extra years from today, from right now. And that's not that long. You know, if I rewind my life back to as far as I can remember, it's going to be like this. Like that. Like that. You know, what do you think people were thinking back in the 1600s or before that? You know, you're thinking, oh, I have my whole life. I have my whole life to do what I want to do, or what I need to do, or how I want to be, or how I want to make my own spot in this world for people to remember. I want to be remembered for something. I want people to come across the SBN lifestyle and I want them to cry with joy. I want them to weep when they listen to what I say. You know, and that might sound crazy, but that's what I look for. I want to be so inspired that I want to weep with joy. I want to be driven to do something with my spare moment that I'm in. I look for that inspiration all the time. And that is all that I can want for you, is for you to be inspired and for you to give that to other people. Because I said this in my other video, a video or two ago, if I don't give you what I have been fortunate to get in my life, not boasting, it would almost be like a crime for me not to give what my genetics or God or just my natural mind gave me. You know, it would almost be like a crime against humanity for me not to tell you the things that I know. And there's not much time to do this. You know, I'm not trying to sound so serious here. You know, why so serious? You know, I'm not trying to sound so serious, but loosen up. When you're thinking something, let it out. What is the point of holding on to it? And this is what I tell myself when I do these videos. You know, when I'm looking at you, I'm looking at this little dot here. When I'm looking here, I'm looking at me. And this is what I have to tell myself all the time. And when I keep telling myself these things, then that's what my mind will think about. If I keep telling myself that, oh, everything's going to be horrible, excuse me, everything's going to be horrible, then everything's going to keep being horrible. Even if your mind's telling you that, then you may have to fight against your own mind for a little bit, because I know there was a time where I had to do that. I had to go against the grain of everything that I believed, everything I thought was true, my thoughts of grandeur, my own delusions. I had to fight to get these things out of my head. And this is what I'm doing in these videos. I'm getting this stuff out of my head. And my perfectionism. I'm doing my music videos to get rid of my perfectionism. Those are just rough edits. Those are unedited, uncut, and raw. I'm not putting out the final material. That's nowhere near the final material, what I'm capable of. But I'm getting over this perfectionism. I'm getting over this thought in my head that I have to be this certain way, when I don't have to be a certain way. I can just be me and do what I do and put it out there. If people like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. It's not a big deal. I'm the only one making it a big deal. Me. Number one, right here. Heary, right here, I'm the only one making a big deal out of this. And we are our own worst enemy. I am my own worst enemy. Not you. You're not my own worst enemy. I'm my own worst enemy. And I'll leave you with this. I wrote a saying in my notebook here that pertains to a lot of what I just said here. And, you know, this is the kind of stuff that I always write unto myself, to tell myself these things, to make my thought pattern different in my life. I am only what I am when I am what I am. I am only what I am when I am what I am. It's simple. Be you and stop trying to be. Stop thinking that you have to be like someone or something else. And this is what I'm telling myself in this video. I'm not even really speaking to you. I'm telling myself this. And let these videos be a reflection of your own life. And I'm not doing these videos to make you any kind of way other than what you're going to be regardless of what I say. You know, I can't make choices for you. I can't snap my fingers or, you know, flicker a magic wand and make things happen for your life. But you can. And there's only one of you. There's only one of you. There is not another you in this world. You know, start telling yourself these things, because you don't have a lot of time to tell yourself this stuff. You know, what do you want to do? Do you want to go the rest of your life on one side thinking everything negative and being on this quote black pill stuff and all this other stuff they talk about on the internet? I agree with a lot of what they say, but a lot of it, it's so one-sided. And it's the same with all this bullshit that's going around on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and all over the web. Everyone's so one-sided. And they won't look at everything. They won't look at the whole picture. Look at the whole picture of your life and realize the picture is not going to be there for so long. It's just not. And yes, this does kind of get me a little down and out. It depresses me a tiny, tiny bit. But yet when I talk about it, it makes me realize and feel a little bit better. If it's only a little bit, then it's more than nothing, right? The SBN lifestyle, somebody but nobody, neither either, natural Nate, only human.